What's your favorite food?
What's my favorite food? Oh boy. Probably have to go steak. What's your favorite food?
My favorite food is spaghetti.
Yeah, the Lions, they visited Mott Children's Hospital earlier last week to visit some of the kids out there. I mean, this is the type of stuff you absolutely love to see. Jake Rudock, Graham Glasgow went back to Ann Arbor, where, of course, they played their college football at the University of Michigan, and for the Lions to take some time to go out and visit some kids that are sick and not having such a good go, bring some smiles to the faces is absolutely what is right in the world, especially when it comes to sports. And guys, we got to talk about what's going on. Donald Trump had a rally the other night, and he says, fire the players that decide to take a knee during the national anthem. The stick to sports thing, I think we've gone through that over the last month or two, and you certainly have been very vocal about that. When this stuff happens, how much, I mean, we're going to see an outpouring today that we haven't seen before. I mean, we've already seen
in the Jags game, yeah.
Jacksonville and the Ravens are across abroad in London today. They're on TV, and half the teams took knees today. The owner for the Jacksonville Jaguars, as you see there, is supporting his players. The Lions have come out with a statement with Martha Ford saying that she supports her players. Robert Kraft from the New England Patriots, a big supporter of Donald Trump,
friend and supporter, yeah,
and said stuff. Where are you guys? Baseball last night. Players are. This is going to take over the sports scene in a lot of different ways, and I want to know how you guys are feeling about this.
Well, it seems that we've lost the message. The initial message in all of this was he's taking a knee to bring attention to police brutality and social injustice that's going on. This has nothing to do with the flag. This has nothing to do with a protest against the country or anything else. That's initially what it was, but now this has turned into you're disrespecting the flag, you're disrespecting the country. The people who fought for the rights of this country fought for the right to express yourself. Not that you have to be a sycophant and go along with everything, and because everybody else is standing, you have to stand. Part of the fabric of this country is being able to express yourself in the way that you want to do it. As long as it's not infringing on anybody else's right, that doesn't infringe on anybody else's right. And to say that you can fire players for doing this, on one hand, our president has come out and said he wants to allow, at the Charlottesville protest, for these are fine people to come out and say the things that they want to say, but for players to protest in a very silent way is shocking, and these are SOBs for doing this. Right. I mean, that tells where we are as a country right now.
As a young man, a young athlete who has friends that are still playing in the league, you probably talk to these guys about what's going on. What are their thoughts right now?
Their thoughts are that there's a reason, there's a cause that we're doing it in the first place. That we're standing up for what we believe in. We want to have a voice. That we were told that just stay in your lane. This is for sports and sports only. But you have a platform, and yet this platform has allowed you to do something. And it goes back to Muhammad Ali, where he basically was supposed to get drafted. He stood against it. He got a lot of flack from the country that he wasn't patriotic, that he wasn't American, wasn't standing for it. And now we look back here after his death or after he retired that it was a courageous thing that he did. Colin Kaepernick was the first person to do this, and we won't realize the good thing that's going on today until maybe 30, 40, 50 years from now. I think that everyone should thank President Trump because now he's unifying the cause for it. There's a couple people that did it and got flack for it and got criticized for it, but now you see the overall, you know what, there's good behind this, that we all need to join together, that we all need to stand together and unify for one cause and the cause that we're doing.
Closed door meetings with the players last night and into today. I'm very interested to see what the Lions are going to do today. I know that Rod Wood, team president, speaking with the team right now, or speaking with the media right now, as far as down at Ford Field. I do have the statement from Martha Ford today. If we can pull that up there. Our game has long provided a powerful platform for dialogue and positive change in many communities throughout our nation. Thanks primarily to our players, the NFL also has been a unifying force in our country, and impactful change has and hopefully will continue to be the result of peaceful expression done so in order to highlight social injustices of any kind. Negative and disrespectful comments suggesting otherwise are contrary to the founding principles of our country, and we do not support those comments or opinions. What's next, guys? I mean, we're talking about it. I think that's the first step. Is we're finally. This is the first time we talked about it on this show. This is the first time I've stepped out and had thoughts about it and feelings about it. What do we do now?
I think we continue to support the rights. And again, remember what the point of this is. It's not about the flag. It's not about disrespecting the flag. I don't think anybody that you ask would say they're disrespecting the troops or the flag. It's about the initial issue of social injustice.
I'm seeing vets come out and tweet and talk about how I know that I've served this country for your ability to take a knee. Not all of them that feel that way. Not all of them. And that's okay. I think that's the thing. Let it be okay. If you want to be on one side and somebody's on the other, that's okay. That's what the right is, and we shouldn't just extinguish the right because it causes conflict. How about a conversation instead? All right, coming up next, we're going to talk about your tweets. Get the hashtag 7Sportscave going if you want to talk about this or anything else. And you know what, guys? If we want to talk about football, get those tweets in as well. We do have a huge game. 2 undefeated teams at Ford Field going at it head-to-head in just a couple of hours. There's a lot going on in sports right now. I got to make this shot. We'll be right back after this.